And just like that, I'm live. Unbelievable how quick it's become. This shit used to take a lot more to set up than it does now. Say that much. Good morning, one and all. I don't know what I should be drinking. I have a little bit of coffee left, but we're going to switch. I'm going to drink a beer with you guys this afternoon and work on this game. It's been going well. You can see it doesn't look like much has changed here, but we did manage to spin up and connect a MySQL database with item information to this game, which means now all of this can affect the game world, which is good. The task I'm going to do right now, right fucking now, is I'm going to make speech bubbles. Here's the goal, all right? I got this bitch here, which could look like anything. He ain't going to always look like a knight. We got this bitch here, and he needs to have the ability to speak up to 100 characters worth of text. That's what my goal is. I'm going to have these characters communicate with each other using 100 character English sentences. And the speech bubble needs to wrap around the text in a way where the bubble is still kind of uniformly dimensioned. I don't want the speech bubble to be super vertical or super horizontal, and I want it to conform based on how many characters are in the message. So we've got to get this speech bubble graphic and thing made, and we need to have it assigned dimensions so that it can change dynamically based on the text output or input. The text input has to be received from an API call, so we have to make sure that the way that we get that argument is compatible with that. And then we need to test it out in this, and it needs to work and stay with the character. So if he speaks and then moves, the text bubble has to move with him. It's got to be part of his character. Come out of his head, has to have no collision. All kinds of things need to be done. But I believe we've got a good plan forward to get that accomplished. I'm going to fucking get my session started here. And we've got Visual Studio still to open up. So here it is. And we're going to be mostly working in the Night Animator here, which has gotten pretty sizable. How many lines of code do we have at this point? 232. Not bad for one object. Pretty good. We got like 15 variables using 2 libraries, and soon to be 3 libraries. We're going to start to be using the database libraries very soon. But we don't have a player table yet, and we are not mindlessly generating character models yet because we don't have all the moveset done. But we will get there. We will be mindlessly creating character models very soon. So this is going to grow quite a bit, this particular CS file here. So let me go get my response to this and see what we have. I have a guide that I generated myself last night to get this done. And I'm confident that everything I need is here. Alright, that's actually stuff I already did. Alright, so first thing I need to do is I need to set canvas to world space. We're going to use the UI system to make this happen. There's a UI system involved called the user interface system. It's a Unity system. So we're going to take advantage of the fact that they have this UI system. And we're probably going to make our beginning menu in there too. And we're probably also going to put things for the user to interact with the AI using this as well. But I think that this will work. not exactly clear about. All right, we're going to create canvas first. We need to put it inside our character model. So here is the prefab for our character. It's this knight. And we're going to have to put that into... We need to make a game object first. We're going to attach it to the head. Do we want to attach it to the knight, the body, the head? I think the root. We're going to do it to the root. All right, so empty object, right? There it is. And now we have a game object that is aligned with body as a child of night. And we're going to call that, I could call it child of night. That would be a funny thing to call it. But we're actually going to call it speech bubble canvas. All right? And then we're going to put stuff in here. So now that we have this, we have to make the canvas. So add a canvas component to that object. There's a canvas. Now we have a canvas here. And we want render mode to equal world space, which it is. We want rect transform. Where's rect transform? There it is. So I need to take this transform here and I need to put this. There should be a way that I can actually interact with this object. It's right here, I believe. Yep, this is the speech bubble canvas. We're going to put it right here, right on top of his head so that it comes right out of his forehead when he's talking. And we want to add a canvas group, I think. Canvas scalar. And so we're going to use this scalar more than likely to change the size of this thing as we gain or lose characters in their responses. And then it has no camera, so we'll deal with that. I don't know what that is. I mean, now I have an image there. This is going to be the background. And then we need to Okay, so when this thing appears, it's going to use something called a rect transform to do so. And apparently, if we set this pivot to certain values, like if I set this to 0, it'll appear like it's coming from the bottom toward the top when it spawns in, as if he's speaking from his head. So this is a good thing to do in this case, to take this pivot here and change the y value to 0. That way it's going to expand from the y outward, and it will look like it's coming out of his head. We're going to do 100 by 40 as the initial width and height. There it is. There's this image. There it is. So it's 100 by 40 now, but I can't find it. So, oh, there it is. It's down here. It's still enormous. That's absolutely ridiculous. But whatever. Anyway. What would it be like if it was 10 by 4? That's closer. We're going to leave it at 10 by 4 instinctually. I have a feeling that my objects are too small in my game world and that I probably need to be blowing everything up, but we'll see. There's probably some sort of major scale problem going on here that I'm not aware of. This being that many pixels, this is not possible to render within that kind of space if we're actually using that aspect ratio. So we'll fucking see. I don't know. It's easy enough. So what this says, though, is that we're going to be using the layout components to resize this bubble anyway. Okay, I'm going to need to put a sprite on here. Pokefan Games. A CTF. Capture the flag. No, that's not what it is. Don't know what CTF is. I don't think it's Capture the Flag anymore. I remember I used to do CTF Counter-Strike in college. But... oh, it is Capture the Flag. Alright, well, very good. That's fun. I love fucking... especially, like, Quake. Shit, that's fucking awesome. And then Counter-Strike, if you can get it modded. Oh, cool! Nice! I love that kind of stuff. Cyber puzzles and those kind of conventions are fun. Anyway, I don't get to do a lot of that. I'm not in the security sector, so whenever I get sent to places, it's always like data centers and shit like that. It's never anything fun, but I guess they use security in data centers too, so it's just we don't get badges. Well, we do get badges. It's not the same. It's not fun. it's shitty. Okay, anyway, we've got to get a sprite. Let me see if I can get one here. We actually need to use some graphics. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to shape a Unity background as a... this is frozen out. Come on. Third place. With No Show. Pretty good. That's awesome. Yeah, if you'd have had your third member, you probably won the thing. Sometimes... people bring the team down too. It always depends. Usually not, but it depends. Like if you stuck my daughter on your team, she's 7. She's got a clever mind, but I don't think she would be a help to your team. I think she would be a hindrance. She'd ask too many questions. She would distract you. She would definitely get bored and let you know, and it would end up being less situation. So you might have also gotten third place because whoever that third person wasn't there. But more than likely, given the environment, all of the people put in the teams would probably wind up being contributors rather than whatever the fuck the opposite of a contributor is. A detractor, or whatever the fuck that is. I need beer. I'm going to get beer, guys. I'm going to get beer and come back. We're going to make this speech bubble happen. It's going to be done. This is the last component that we need. This is the last component that we need before we start running database API calls at this thing and making the database start to send messages to the object here and having it talk. And once that happens, then we start having the API talk to the database and the database talk to Unity API, and we should start seeing some action. Cheers. Happy afternoon. Saturdays are glorious. My kid's at a birthday party. It couldn't be any better. It couldn't be any better. Speaking of birthday parties, Bite Binge, my partner in the show we run at the end of the fucking day today, he's having a birthday party, a physical one. So there probably won't be dumpster talk tonight, or if there is, it's going to be like this hodgepodgely AI-generated 2-minute prep one where I don't prep because I'm doing this, and I'm going to his party. So let's see here. Summary. I don't want a summary. Where's my damn image? God damn it. This is fucking up. Hold on. Oh, no, not deep research. No! Stop. No, stop. I'm gonna rerun this. God damn. Make me an image. Bitch. This is the hardest part. It's getting these tools to give me art quickly. I could just look on Google for it too, but this is safer. It's a long time to be working on a project. Normally my Saturday's a nice day. I volunteer in the morning, and then after that I don't have to do much. But I always make a show, and I always have the nighttime to do the show. Again, these are good things. I like doing that. But Saturday's kind of the day that I get. It's my day. Morning Thunder, what the fuck is up? Oh my god. O1 is not able to provide this to me. This is just going off the handle. Everything is wrong. God damn it. Just, if you want to see the fuck it's doing, it's not making images like it's supposed to fucking do. It's giving me this shit. So, now I have to fucking monkey around with this shit. But unfortunately, I have to be careful with this fucking game. This isn't Dumpster Talk. Dumpster Talk gets deleted after 90 days, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't make any money. This game is going to be commercially available, so I have to be careful what images I use and make sure, for example, this fishbowl image, that image doesn't belong to anybody. So I'm okay to use it. If someone made that image, I'd be beholden to them. So I can't just go into Google and look for the fucking image like I do when I make a stupid effect for Dumpster Talk or whatever. And that makes it fucking annoying beyond reason. And it's even worse when these stupid LLMs don't understand what the fuck I want. Hey, what's up, boot failures? Good to see you. Welcome to my afternoon couple hours of doing some video game programming today. We should demo where we're at, by the way, with this. While this is taking way too long, and it is so confused. But I can just show you where we're at. There have been a lot of improvements to the basic interface and the way that it interacts with these objects and how accurately it can hold them and stuff. .4o, there we go. That's what 4o is the image generating one. We have to be careful. I have to put it in and out just like a cassette player. And I think that I've been throttled by ChatGPT, unfortunately. So, oh, look, the speech bubble follows him already. This is great. All right, so obviously this is not what we want the speech bubble to be. It's a little low as well. It's interesting to see how that anchor point changed. If I jump, I forgot what jump is. Yeah, I don't know. But I can duck now, which is nice. I can hold it down. I can attack while I duck, and it will stab below. If I don't duck, it will stab above. I can do the overhead attack, which is there. It's starting to get to the point where... did I spell buckler wrong, really? Where? Where do you even see buckler as a spelling? Oh, probably here. Yeah, you're right, I did. I'm pretty sure I can just rename this. Did the database have the mismatch? I sure would have found that soon enough. Let's take a look at the database. Oh, this one's correct. I'm going to need to capitalize all of these as well. We have not connected rename. We have not connected all the variables of these items to You're distracting me, I know, but this is a good thing to do. All right, now Alright, I gave the task to this fucking thing now. We're continuing. Oh, I should not have the game open while I'm making these changes. Okay, now I have to do it all again. Rename. You're allowed to make temporary changes to the game during runtime, which is awesome. But they don't stay. You can tweak variables and see how things behave. Shock Joe a weapon. Rename. After I rename this, I'll just check and make sure that all of them still work with their names changed. They should work better, technically, because this is how the database has them named. Although right now, they're going to be matching on IDs, so it shouldn't even matter. But it matters. I'm actually going to have grips. Oh, we got 2 daggers spawned in. So this is going to be, I guess, deleted. I don't need this. Goodbye. Alright. Got plenty of stuff. 2 daggers because he's holding one still. So it's called sword for whatever reason. Okay. There we go. Just one more time. Make sure this works. The speech bubble's coming in. That's great. It looks pretty decent. I like this one. This is good. That's pretty decent. It's pretty good. I like it. All right, we need to put this in our UI. Do I just need to make my own folder for this again? I think I do. Oh no, generated backgrounds will work. Because that's exactly what this is. Alright, so we gotta go to generated backgrounds. Alright, so it should appear in here shortly. There it is. So we now have a speech bubble. That's great. I'm going to add this to the... I don't know if this will... It is totally transparent, which may be a problem, but we'll see. I want to keep those out. Stop this. All right, where is my background? Oh, it's in night. That's right. It's in here. Do I need to add the sprite renderer or some shit? I think I do. Oh, there it is. It's not. I don't have to assign it. It's here. We're gonna pull the... It's interesting. All my sprites are in here, aren't they? Okay, there it is. Do we want to have it be transparent back there? Probably not. It is important. Boot failure honor is important. We can make all kinds of stuff. We're going to make thousands of weapons because the AI is going to generate all of it. It's going to go in a loop. I'm going to leave it on overnight. I'm going to come back and there's going to be 1,000 different items you can hold, from milk to fucking Muppets. It's all going to be there. The plan is infallible, I'm telling you. But we have to have all the systems in place, and also they have to be quality. So this speech bubble is close to what I want, but I think that the transparency is going to be a problem. All right, I'm checking out on the transparency here. Okay, good. It wants that. It wants that. Okay, I've done that then. That's the speech bubble. It's in the spot it's supposed to be. Do I have to line this up now? I suppose I have to line this up. And it's a little bit big. Like, we need to change its shape. Oh my god, no. Okay, that's bad. It's in a bad spot. It's attached to the body. We cannot have that. There we go. Better. All right. And it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to make these speech bubbles, like, I'm going to have to make them collide and kind of share space with each other, which is going to be interesting. Boot failure, I'm going to explain once again what this game is. This is a tech demo that I'm going to be selling for probably 99 cents on Steam Marketplace. That's the plan anyway. And what it is it's like Seaman. You've ever played that game where you have a little pet fish that you have in the Dreamcast and you can tap on it and shit? It's like that, but instead of having Leonard Nimoy be the only character that you can put in the fishbowl and have him being weird and that being the only interaction you have, you actually get to choose the interaction you have, and you can put not one but two characters into this. So if you wanted to say, generate Donald Trump, and then you could put him in there, and then you could say generate J.D. Vance, you could put him in there, and they're trapped in there. And you can give them whatever items they want or set up any situation you want, and you hit play, and there are going to be two different language learning models that are both embedded in the game that will be assigned to each one of those and put into character, and they will start talking to each other and ultimately trying to get out of the fishbowl. That's what they're going to try to do. They'll interact with you, they will interact with each other, and they might end up killing each other or whatever, but the point is, it's a sandbox, it's a simulation. You're putting two AI game entities into a bowl together and then interacting with them as a third party. There's going to be some extra options where I'm going to let you control one of the two characters and things like that, since we've already got all those controls built in and mapped on this guy. But the reason I'm spending so much time on systems, you'll notice that if you look back to the very beginning of this devlog, I've been developing systems and animations. That's it. I've been mostly focused on one character, and I've been making sure that that system here, this is the system, is robust and that it is capable of doing just about anything, because I want the AI to feel like it's a person with a body and that it has control over it. This is new for it. It doesn't normally interact in this way. Normally it just chats with us, right? But I'm going to give it the ability to inhabit a body, and then it's going to use my system to interact with me and with the other session that I'm going to have running simultaneously. And this is just going to be a huge sandbox that will allow people to fuck with artificial intelligence like they never have before. It's going to open up the space. It's going to really change everything. I'm very excited about it. I can't stop making it, and as soon as these systems are solid, I'm going to start fucking with the simulation, and that's going to be even more fun. People are going to start to want it because it's going to be so jacked up what I'm able to make it do. And when I get it to a state where I think it's saleable and legal to sell, and I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to quit my job. That is the fucking goal, and it is totally achievable. I have 100% confidence. Kyle does not. She has like 80% confidence. She doesn't care though. She believes in me enough that she's gonna let me do this. But Kyle, keep in mind, has been through Put It in Your Mouth LA. Another one of my crazy schemes where I said I was gonna get rich. That didn't happen. I did not get rich. We did not end up going and into production with Ilya Salkind and Weinstein. This is what we were gonna do. That was gonna happen. You can fucking laugh. I was in fucking negotiations with those people. And that was before he got locked up. All right? I saw Harvey Weinstein call Ilya Salkind a girl. All right? I've seen things. I've done things. And Sam was not comfortable with any of that shit, actually. He was not comfortable with any of my Hollywood friends. He didn't want to meet them. it wigged him out, and it was a bad decision to do any of that shit. But regardless, I've failed in business many, many times. This will not fail. I am producing a product that costs nothing to make, and it's a product that's never been made before. It is bound to succeed. So this is different. I know it's different. That's why I'm not asking any of you for money. I don't need it until it's done. When it's done, I will ask you for money. It'll be very, very different than the other business propositions that I've had. I don't depend on anybody. It's all me. This is going to work. But anyway, that's the deal, Boot Failure. That's the whole idea of the game. It is a giant sandbox. I'm going to make a huge UI for it so that the player will be able to interact with it. But first, and I know I'm going to get stuck once it actually starts working, first I have to fuck with it. This is something I've wanted to do for a long, long time. All right, anyway. This is exactly what we need. That bubble's exactly what we want. So let's move right along and continue through the process. Okay, now we need message text. So Text Mesh Pro UGI is what is being suggested for this. Sam is the other dude in Slamfest. Yes, he was my best friend, and I would have basically done just about anything for that guy. And we flew him out there, or drove him out there. I don't remember how he got out there. It wasn't flying, I don't think. We didn't have money. We were poor, but we did that Kickstarter and had him come out to Los Angeles, and he was not in the mind frame of moving there and changing his life. He was in the mind frame of moving there, doing a shoot, and coming back. And so when I was doing all these deals and things, he didn't like that. I should have communicated better about all of that. The reason it didn't work out wasn't because of any of that. The reason why is that he freaked out in the middle of the night, and it went wrong, and we were living in the same place. So normally someone freaks out on you, you can just fucking go home, bitch. But that was not the case. It was unsafe, and then we had to fucking end it, which sucked. The worst fucking way it could have gone, and it's definitely my fault for not understanding how to fucking run a business. But fucking now understand, so that's how it works. Things are very different now. Sam has sobered up, and he's got a girlfriend and stuff, from what I understand. He's doing a bunch of music things, and it's just very different. He's living a different life than I ever thought he would, but at the same time, it's not a bad life, so go for it, man. It's all good. And as long as he's figured out how to use the internet, I would not be opposed to fucking seeing him again. But it is really too bad, some of the fucking mistakes that I've made. So that's why Kaio doesn't trust me 100% on this one, that it's going to work, but she'll let me do it anyway. But I've definitely failed in front of her before. So she knows I'm not fucking invincible. The next step is the text mesh. So this is a text element. It has to be a child. All right, here we go. I'm going to learn about this. It's just unprecedented, the world we live in, guys. We can just type in. It's not like Google, where we had to type in and look and read and get the right thing. Now we type in, and it's like we've got fucking a professor, like a good professor that doesn't suck and doesn't not have the answers and doesn't speak another language. A fucking professor, like one that can fucking actually answer your questions, and you can get your questions answered quickly and for free Well, it's not free right now. You can do it for free though if you host it on your own computer. But the point is, this shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The value of this is so high, and some people are just not seeing that this free thing is there that they can get and become super powerful with. It is absolutely free, and it's I can't stop fucking trying to learn stuff. It's ridiculous how much I can learn. Okay, so what is this fucking saying? I have to go through a package manager. All right, so where's the package manager? This thing is assuming that I know a lot of stuff that I don't know. I'm guessing this is it. Is this NuGet packages? I've already been fucking installing these manually. Unity package. This thing thinks I'm an expert. I really need it to back up on me. I have never installed this package before. Or any package. All the NuGet shit that I put on here, I put all the libraries manually into their spot. I've been doing everything manually so far. So these aren't even NuGet packages. These are Unity packages. Yeah, it was not just my fault, boot failure. There was also a big car accident involved. So what happened is he got hit by a car like the year before this all happened, and we would be on the phone and talk, and he would forget what we talked about. And I didn't realize what had happened, but there was something about his short-term memory that was affected very, very heavily by that car accident. He was a different person and harder to... I mean, in his soul, he's the same. He has the same amazing abilities. He's still able to see color, like when anything happens. He's still synesthetic person. He was still a genius, but one of his brain abilities stopped working the way it was supposed to, and it was just short-term memory. It wasn't from weed either. It wasn't like... He wasn't even high. It was... In fact, it wasn't even like he was high, because you can get it back when you're high. Like, it's fucking gone. Like, real things we had talked about for hours would be lost. And that was hard. And I don't know if he got better. I assume he did, because it'd be very hard to maintain relationships with that kind of short-term memory loss. But that was a thing that happened too, and it sucked. And I totally didn't know how to deal with it. I was in disbelief that it was happening. Like, it didn't make sense to me. It's really, I guess it's the same thing people go through when they lose someone to Alzheimer's disease, but it just, he didn't digress into death or anything. I think he got better, but at the time it was pretty severe. So that sucks. And I mean, neurological damage sucks. That scares the shit out of me, honestly. Yeah, Kaio's the most chill fucking... She doesn't just put up with it. She encourages it. And she's Japanese. It's so weird. She's such a weird girl, right? She's such a valuable find. A diamond among all human beings. She encourages this nonsense. She doesn't believe it's going to make money. She just encourages it because she thinks it's hilarious. That is... enough. I couldn't have done any better. I'll never look back. There's no reason to look back. When you find something perfect, you move on and find something different to solve. That problem is solved. Let's fucking see. God, this takes so long. Window. Package manager. Is it even in here? Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. Finally. In the drop down, we have to look Unity Registry. This is okay. This is the fucking Unity store. That's what this is. All right. So top left, Unity Registry. There's nothing here. In project. This is the Unity Registry. Okay. So there's the Unity Registry, and then we go TextMesh Pro. What? No. I hate my life. This is fucking bullshit. God damn it. I hate being dependent on third-party shit. I hate it when it's not there. I fucking hate it. TextMesh Pro. There's so much shit in here. Nothing with text on here. All right, I'm still not there. Packages. In project Unity Registry. I think I already did that. Unity Registry, that's it. No. Why is this like this? Are these the ones I already have? That's all there is. Why? God damn it. I mean, what? It's still refreshed. What version is this? Okay. I think it's already installed. That's the issue. That's my guess. So let's try this. Hey, it's right here. It's already installed. Look at this. I'm an idiot. So this version of Unity comes with this, and I guess it was assuming that I did not have this already. So that's great. Will my game bizonkers? Yeah, of course. Okay, so here's the deal, right? You're gonna get to be the one that chooses what these things are. If you want to drop a naked chick in there, you're gonna be able to do that. It might not look great, but you can ask it to. The LLM that I'm gonna put on here, I'm not gonna put guardrails on it. I might change my mind about that, but I'm not. While I'm testing it, I'm not putting any guardrails. So I certainly could make a naked lady come on there. Can I put her on Twitch like that? Probably not. It's probably not a good idea. Do I want a naked lady to try to... I mean, the point is, Grasshopper Jar is the name of the project. The point is that when you put grasshoppers into a jar, they're going to fuck each other. That was the whole point. That was very beginning to the very first thing, me talking about my mom kicking me out of the house when I was like 7 years old. So we come back full circle to that fucking story. Yeah, you could. You can put them in there and they'll fuck. They might even make a little baby in there. I don't fucking know what'll happen. That we're going to give control of all these systems to language learning models, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to make all of this stuff accessible and controllable through API, and we're going to make an environmental database that stores environment information about everything on the screen. And that database is going to fire off information to the language learning model about where its position is and what it's doing and how it's interacting with the other things in the game environment. And it is going to choose what it wants to do, including talking. And it can also read the speech of the other LLMs in there, or you. So it's going to be based on whatever it generates. These mesh models and things, all of these parts, the body, the head, the back, the arm, the shield, the front arm, these are all predefined with dimensions that I can feed into the image generator that I have, and it will create thousands of these. I'm also going to put that image generator onto a library that I put into one of these asset. I'm going to put it somewhere in my UI assets, and it'll help. It's yeah. You think that's the reason that some people say that's why virtual reality is being developed? Some people also say that's why Elon Musk is building an army of robots. But the real truth is that like dudes are gonna think about jacking off probably every 20 minutes or so. That's probably gonna happen to them. And it's just what's gonna happen. So is that a market? Fuck yeah, that's a market. If you can fucking corner that shit, you got every 20 minutes someone wanting to buy your product, right? So yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, so I have TextMesh Pro now, finally. Fuck. Oh, I can't believe this. All right. Import essential resources is what I need to do. Hell yeah. This is what I was looking to do. Boom. We have Visual Studio open for some reason, but it's just the animator. There's nothing new in there. I think it just updated Visual Studio to include this stuff. Okay, so what did I get from doing this? From importing that library, I now have all of the TrueType fonts available to me. I have shaders available to me for fonts like Photoshop uses. I have materials available for fonts. And I also have the TMP component available now in the UI. So I can add more TMP packages like this. That's what happened. Now I need to UI. There it is. Okay, so here we go. We've got that right there, the bubble background. We got that Text Mesh Pro right there. I think this is what I need to do. Oh my god. Okay, we have text. We have fucking text. Let's get this scaled. That's insane. I knew this was too small, and I'm starting to realize this more and more and more as I do things in Unity. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to make some drastic changes to the size of the game world, but for now, whatever. What is this fucking thing? There we go. And we can scale this down for sure. It's also a little... Let's do this. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, hey, that's interesting. That doesn't do any kind of... Do this. Yeah, it looks better. Alright, and then we put that down, scaling it. This is the scale tool. Let's see, that scale's all jacked up. We can already do, we just need to do this. It sucks for us, but that's what we need to do. I think that'll do. We'll take a look. We'll bring it up into the text box. We need to get 100 characters into here, so that's a little bit big still. That's barely readable. I need to make sure it's readable. So this is getting interesting. But I know that the text box is gonna, or the bubble is gonna expand based on how much text there is. So all right, so scalability on this is bad. We don't have a universal scale that we can pour both dimensions on, which is hard. That's too bad, but whatever. Anyway. All right, finally, I have that text object in there, and now we can go back, way back to my fucking whole roadmap for getting this done. God damn. We have gotten through nothing. Jesus Christ. All right, we want word wrap. Wrap. We're going to set overflow to truncate for now to make sure we don't have a problem. We won't be overflowing, but auto size off. Good. Font size Where'd it go? Where'd the text go? What'd I do? Oh, it's not the right size. Wow, that's ridiculous. Why is all this happening? What? I see. That's actually really smart, Funky Hoogie. Because then you know what the size of a regular screen is, a standard screen. So that's really smart. I probably should do that. Because I think right now this is all happening in a very, very small space, one that's almost impossible to realize how small it is. But I'll get to there. Right now, I am still focused on the goal, which is to get this. Got an hour left to get this thing to work the way it's supposed to. Anchor presets. Here's the anchor presets. Okay, so to stretch top left to bottom right. Huh? Like, this is setting the position of this thing. I do not understand this. Or I have to hold down Alt. This is so messed up. Yeah, that's what we do. I'm going to have another one. But anyway, Alt and Shift have to be pressed. This changes the way these look. Alt and Shift, you'll see also set pivot, also set position. So I'm Alt and Shift. And click the center one. Somewhere in here, what is this? There's two things here. What's this? Blueprint mode and raw edit mode. There's raw edit mode. There's blueprint mode. Doesn't even do anything. And anchors, you can open that up and make this, but it doesn't do anything. Fuck. I need another one. Okay. We need to go back here, and somehow there's more stuff in here than it's saying. There's a stretch to fit parent thing involved that I don't understand. Gotta push this one. There it is. Okay, so we have left, top, right, and everything's going to be 10. So we have to make all this crap, which 10, 10, 10, 10. All right. All right, beer. We'll be right back. You know what? It's time to go the extra mile. Sometimes you gotta go the extra mile. Here's the beer, but I'm not done. Going the extra mile. It's what you gotta do sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta hook yourself up, right? This doesn't even register to the. Look at that. That's fucked up. That shouldn't be green. Why is that showing up as green? It must be reflecting the green screen. That is crazy. It's the black hole sun. It's like Soundgarden. You can see it's a fucking orange. But. Yeah, well, we're getting rid of this shit. We're gonna peel this. We're drinking this with some oranges. Okay, apparently the rect transform can be reset. We're gonna reset it. Can we reset property? You can only do the position and scale. I have to reset both. Okay, they're reset. Alright, we do this and hold Alt and Shift. And click this. Now we have to set the padding of 10. And we might change this padding because I think I'm too small. Can't see the text at all now. There we go. It's green, even fucking that is green. That's fucking weird. Alright, so let's cheers to you guys once again. Drop that shit on the floor. That's nasty. You can't even see that. I gotta get another segment. That was unrecoverable. My floor is not clean. Alright, here we go. Alright. That's good as hell. Alright, so Oh, there's where it is. Okay, now we know what's going on. So this is the situation. It's happening right there. And now we know what that white stuff is. That is the actual text. We do not have a handle on this at all. Um, I think the project's too small. All right, we can fix this. This is good. So apparently the UI and the game world have different scaling. Hey Sensei, game dev, yes fuck I am. Yes I am. Great to see you, Novenworks. It's been a while. Yeah, we're making this game. Right now it says fuck you in the wrong way. I love how it's actually scrolling though correctly based on the size of the speech bubble. So this is working. It's just right now this font size of 5 is way too small or big actually. The problem is my game scale and the UI scale are not matched. So we need to fix that so that the UI scale gets into the same line as the game scale. Okay, so in Unity 2D, 1 unit, which I believe is a square, is equal to 1 meter. So this is good because actually, at scale, that is how much this character is. So that's great. It looks like the game world is not inappropriately scaled. Really? What do you mean hit you up, Novenworks? Elaborate. What would I want from you? I'm okay with that, but what in the world do you have to offer to me? I'm not trying to talk down to you. I'm dead serious. I'm wondering what you're offering me right now. Keep in mind, I'm trying to make AI develop almost all the busy work nonsense of this. Let me tell you what Novenworks. You can check out right now, if you look at my channel, how many of these I've done already. In the last 2 weeks, I think I've done like at least 10, probably more. So starting from the very, 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 very beginning when I got inspired to do this shit. 2D art, cool. Coding, okay. Level design, marketing. All cool stuff. Discord, we can talk on Discord for sure, absolutely. I am not funded yet. Like, people like you've been with me for a long time, way before I was a game dev, so you understand this. But people like Pirate Software, like they have established reliable income streams that give them more than they need to live. When that happens, employment becomes an option, and I'm very open to employing people. But right now, I'm trying to unemploy myself. That is the number one goal of this. If you watch the first video in this series, you'll understand. I am jaded with the corporate world. I'm sick of saving other people money, and I want to make all the money myself. I've saved more than $60 million for companies. I'm not going to tell you where or what, but way more than that, actually. And I don't get that much money back, even though that's what I've gotten as results. What I get is my salary. The salary is good. I can't complain. I'm in the fucking upper class, like way ass upper class. I'm very lucky to even be able to consider not working anymore. But to be able to be in that position, I need to sell this game at scale, or another game at scale, and then I'll get out. Right? Okay, so Novanworks, here's the deal. I'm happy to explain this to people who've been around so long. Let's play the game itself. I'm going to try to mute this game object out of here. All right, and mute this text box out of here if I can. Let's not, actually, I don't want to mute this. Let's leave this. I'm going to get rid of this speech bubble. The problem I'm trying to solve right now is I'm trying to make this knight character be able to talk. Now, let me explain the whole game concept. You're going to get your mind blown because I'm not just trying to make a little thing. All right, so this is the goal, and this is a bad screen right now. It doesn't have a good view of this. So this character right here has very specific dimensions for different parts of it. You can see in the hierarchy that it has a body and arms and legs and two objects that it can hold in a head. So this hierarchy's been put together really carefully, and it has a big amount of moves that I've been teaching it. The moves that are up attack, it's very similar to Zelda 2. You can duck and do a lower attack. You can do an overhead attack. You can jump. Like there's all kinds of things this character can do. It's very basic. And the reason why I'm focusing on this one character's ability is because I'm not going to be controlling it. An AI is going to control it. I am going to put an AI, an LLM, inside of each game object that exists in this game. And they are going to control themselves. They're going to talk and walk and act like a real living thing. But the AI is going to be controlling it. And so what you're going to be able to do as the user in this game, this is a game about a fishbowl, right? And you can see I can pick up these items, by the way. I've got lots of systems that I've integrated into this that work, and they're mine. Like, I coded these systems up and make them work. And there's a database with all these items that I have that have all their attributes, and they can do damage to other players. And the thing is, the other players are AI too. So you're going to have this sandbox available to you. And you're going to be able to say, okay, hey, I want to put Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg in there. Boop, boop. The AI is going to generate those images based on these meshes, and they're going to assign it to the sprite. They're going to assign the personality based on what it knows about those two celebrities, and then they're going to drop into the jar, and then whatever items you decide to put in the jar with those characters will be in play as well, and they will interact with their primary goal being to get out of the jar, and they will interact with you as a god. Like, they can speak to your microphone and talk to them, and they will talk back to you and possibly kill each other or get along with each other or fuck each other. And yeah, I got a good start. I'm doing this. This is 100% achievable. I started at the fucking end with this. All right? End game. I have that product. How do I get back here? It's all mapped out. It's all possible. There's nothing in my way other than time. All right? So in a few months, you're going to be watching this ridiculous shit happen and wonder where you can get a copy. That's what's going to happen. Then I'm going to get money. And once I get money, then I can do real games, like not tech demos. This is a tech demo that everybody's going to want to play because it's going to be so fucked up. This is going to be the most fucked up tech demo that ever existed. But it's going to be there, and it's going to be hilarious. I can't wait to play with it. But after that's done, we have to make real worlds. We have to make the AI generate whole worlds, not just characters. And we have to make gamescapes where they can exist in and stuff, and we have to do it across multiple genres, and we can upgrade this game too. There's a lot of standards I'm going to have for this before I release it. A client of yours made a game in Unity. After changes, he ended up having to develop his own engine. I'm not going to probably have to do that, I have, for the tech demo, decided on Unity. I could go to Game Maker or to Unreal. I know all these engines. I know all these code. That's interesting. Open source is nice. That takes away the 30% that you have to pay after $100,000 of sales. Again, this is a tech demo, so I'm not really concerned. Eventually, I will make better business decisions about how to do the game engines and stuff. Results are first. I'm going to be sharing this with all these devs. You got to think about this too. Like, all these devs made this stuff, right? Unity wasn't made by me. These libraries I'm calling, all these SQL libraries and stuff, they're not made by me. None of this stuff was mine. I'm dancing on top of everybody else, and then not on top of that, every one of these people that train these LLMs that I'm messing with and retraining, all that stuff was done by other people. Like, to come out of this making a product that costs nothing to produce and not giving a little bit of it to other people would be fucking rude. So I am totally fine with doing that. That does not fucking change it at all. Anyway, Novenworks, that all was for you because I wanted to show this stuff to you. But back to the problem at hand. Right now, I've got that character. He can do more than I even showed you. Like, a lot more. He's got a bunch of moves that he can do. His character set looks like this, or his move set looks like this. This is his current move set. And it's big. It's a lot of stuff he can do. And we'll make it bigger until it's robust. But I'm trying to get this thing to be absolutely and 100% polished and having API controllable commands that can be used by this AI. And the most important one of those is going to be its ability to talk, right? So here is this message, fuck you, very clearly written here. Here's a speech bubble here. And what I'm trying to do is attach the speech bubble object to this prefab. So I've got the prefab here, and it has as a root under the body this speech bubble canvas, this bubble background, and the text. So the text is fuck you. The bubble background is this white sprite that's here that I can't see right now, but it has been scaled down way less than it used to be, and I don't know how to deal with that. We'll deal with that later. And then there's a canvas here. So 1, 2, 3 different things. And we're trying to fit this in the speech bubble. And it looks like my project size is so small, or that my UI size is so big that because they're different. The project, like this canvas and all this shit, and this UI are on different scales. And you can see it all and hear it all, Novenworks, by fucking going back into the stream. So I'm going to fucking highlight this because I'm gonna have to preserve these too so that they don't go away after 60 days. It's very important that people understand why I'm recording all of this development. It's because it's gonna give you all a roadmap to get here yourself. I'm also gonna make YouTube short. I'm basically gonna go harder than Pirate Software on this, way harder. I'm going to give more programming concept shorts and things that are more based on training you how to be able to do this stuff as instinctually as I'm doing it. Because people are going to be like, well, how did you just know how to do that? It's because all the coding experience I have. You're going to get all of that. But here, there's the videos. Let's look at the previous broadcasts. Somewhere in this fucking bitch, you can see this shit. It takes forever. All right, so you're going to see a fork in the road, right? Everywhere. It goes on and on and on. That is me making this. So I started out in just chatting, and it goes on farther than 10 days, all right? This is just in 10 days. But every one of these fucking things is showing this project from start to scratch, or scratch to finish, or whatever it is. And we're not done yet. But that's why it's there for you. So please watch all of that shit if you're interested. I've been doing it by explaining it all. I really don't fucking let any of it go unexplained because I don't want to forget it. And that's how I internalize that shit in my mind. If I say it, I won't forget. I have like a phonographic memory. So I remember all the shit that I hear. So if I say shit, it's like there for the rest of my life. That's just how I was born. Lucky me. But I have to do that, which is why I'm so addicted to fucking explaining everything to people. That's why I have that weird disorder. Okay, so let's fucking figure out and make this stupid scale. We need to upscale the world, I think, is what we have to do. So, oh, Jesus. This sounds really scary. This is the scariest thing that the fucking project has had to deal with so far. I'm dealing with all these UI level or all these global changes. I hate making global changes, so I'm saving the project. I need to set the pixels per unit for all of my sprite assets. So in the project window, all of my sprites. Really? All of them? How the fuck do I do that? My sprites are everywhere. Why the fuck would I... There's... Like, okay, so here's some sprites. Right? There's a bunch of shit here. Pixels per unit. That's the thing. It's 100 pixels for 1 unit. It should be 16 or 32. Okay, this is a long-term problem. All right, what I've read just now, I've been working on this for 2 weeks. So I kind of went crazy on Tuesday, a couple of weeks ago. I kind of snapped. I've been dealing with a lot of horseshit in my job, and like a bunch of people are, like, the whole thing is happening. People are starting to like discard each other and treat each other with fucking horrible disrespect, and like it's it's gotten to the point where everybody's kind of like fending for themselves, and I'm looking at it because I don't have to deal with this. Luckily, I'm very lucky that I'm not being affected. It seems like when bad things happen, great things happen to me. That's just my luck. But like when COVID happened, that was horrible for so many people. People were dead and shit and like fucking piled up bodies in New York City and shit. I was getting rich. I was fucking building up financial wealth like I'd never built in my life. And I got out of having to pay rent and all of this mortgage shit and all of everything. The bills went down to almost nothing because of COVID and because I didn't spend any money. And now we're here, and this has started happening where Trump became the president. And I mean, I don't like getting political. I have a lot of individual views. They're all individual. Every little thing I have my own view about, and I don't subscribe to this party nonsense. But the way that we are currently acting on the global scale economically is not good for business at all. It's really bad for business. It doesn't matter if you think you're like an America first person, or whatever, you think it's going to be better for American business in the long term, or whatever it is that your perspective is about that shit. It's not good for business at all. It's very bad for business. It's so bad for business that some businesses who are locked in contracts that don't allow them to change the price of the items they sell to their customers, those businesses will be gone. They'll be gone very quickly. And because that's happening, those businesses are suppliers for other businesses that need the product that they were previously selling at a price that was not going to waver because of the contract that they're under. Now that's even more. And so these issues are compounding everywhere, and the supply chain is breaking down for lots of these larger companies. It's a very scary situation. Then what they're doing in response is varied, but some of them are panicking and firing people in accordance with Doge, which is doing the right thing actually, and firing people from the government and removing fraud and waste. But because they're doing that, and because that's happening in the government, and because Trump is putting all these unnecessary taxes in to businesses, these huge taxes. I really am against those. And because he's treating people on the world stage like ass. He doesn't give a fuck about any other country, and he's very clear about that. All of that is very negatively impacting all the global business supply chain things that have happened. We've all made these networks so that we can build great products in whatever businesses we work in. I work in a couple businesses, and we do that. And when all this gets disrupted, humans start behaving like shit. We are not nice to each other. So we just start fucking firing people and hiding information and shit. And like the things that happen because of these global events and the way that humans inappropriately react to them in these large groups, it's shocking to me. I mean, I'm a human. I'm just this guy observing this. I went to school and I thought everything was just cut and dry, right? I thought there were rules and you break them or you don't break them. That's not how the fucking world actually works. Like people who take advantage of fucking systems, they get to keep going. Evil does get to win, and all this bullshit can happen. So I'm sitting here in the corporate world making all this money, watching people make all these poor choices, and I need a way out, right? So like I've been watching people suffer. I've been watching other people struggle for so long in the last, it's not that long. It's really only been like 3 or 4 months. And technically it's been longer than that in reality, because some of the people I know have been dealing with the situation involving layoffs and that even before Trump was in office. So that is, to be fair, I have to say that as well. It's been a bad economic situation coming in, and it's gotten a lot worse because of what decisions he made. It was already bad. Biden did not do a good job. If you think I'm defending that shit, I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm not defending anything. Like the only thing I might defend is some of the things Elon Musk is doing, because I've actually looked at it and it looks right. So most of those cuts seem okay. The problem is that these tariffs are not okay, and the way that he's treating these other countries are not okay. The way we're treating each other is not okay. So I snapped and I started to take a lot of my vacation time to make this game. It's just Wednesdays, because Wednesdays are the worst day in the jobs that I do. It's the busiest day. It's the day people get the most angry. It's the day that people are not nice to each other. And so I'm avoiding it and doing that instead. That snap has now put me on this path, and I'm getting out. I'll be out so fast. I'm going to be out of this bitch. Totally. I'm sorry, man. If you're not even in the United States, I'm sorry to you as a personal citizen of the United States. I'll keep serving you, like in every capacity, for free, man. So don't worry. We're not all assholes. And I know that all the people in Russia are the same. There are people who aren't assholes there too. These governments are stupid. These power systems are stupid. Ours is better than Russia's, but it's still stupid. Look at this guy. He's doing stupid shit. He shouldn't be able to do this stuff. We did not make a perfect system. And like things like daylight savings time further punctuate the fact that we're stepping over fucking children, bringing our kids to school in the dark because of this dumb shit. And we don't have the capacity as fucking regular people to change something simple like that. How the fuck are we going to change any of this other stuff? But right now we've got this we've got a power structure that's very dangerous, and I've got a task in Unity that's dangerous, so I need to do that now. I'm going to change the whole scale of everything, and I'm very concerned about it, so I'm going to be extra careful. This is not the problem I wanted to solve today. I should have realized at the beginning. You don't think about this kind of shit. I went into this blind, so that's the reason. So now I've got to fucking scale this whole thing, and this goddamn teacher I have is not understanding the scope of the problem. They're like, it's like, oh, it's easy, just change all the sprites to this size. No, it's the whole fucking world that's like this. It's got to consider that. And so when you're working with AI, you got to understand that you can't trust its every fucking whim. You got to tell it, like, it's just like a regular teacher. They're dumb too. They really are. You got to explain shit to them. It's half of the time they're not even paying attention. All right, world scaling. I don't want to change the sprites. I have to consider everything. All right, I've expressed my concern to the AI about this fucking shit. And we're gonna fucking make this happen. This is not good. But at least finally this thing understands. Because last time it was just telling me to change the sprites like an idiot. I have to pee because I've been drinking beer. And I can't have that. I can't have it doing that. I need to add my ChatGPT subscription. I have a Plus subscription that I use. I have to add that subscription to my game development cost ledger so that I can deduct it from my taxes. These are things that you have to do also from the beginning. Me fucking up the size of this world is very similar to you fucking up not expensing everything that costs to making your game so that when you're done, you can not pay the government as much as possible. Every bit of this shit that I'm buying, like this subscription and my RAM, and anything that's related to this expense, I am going to be getting back in taxes. And I'm declaring this as a business. It's what you have to do. If you don't do that, you'll wind up getting hunted down by the IRS and you'll have to pay when you don't have the money to pay it, and it's not good. Although it's possible that the IRS would be shitty. When do I think I'll be free? May 5th is looking like a very good day. I'm not sure if that will be the day or if it'll be May 29th. Could be May 29th. I'm not sure how it's going to be. I need to have the saleable item done, and I need to have certain conditions met at my current employee situations. I'm looking around that time. It's not a guaranteed date. I'm not set on my date about that. There's going to be negotiations as well. I'm sure when I indicate that I'm going to leave, like, that they're... I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've talked about, like, dropping the mic on all the corruption and stuff, or I could, like, work out a deal. Like, I could also become a consultant. You understand, if you do that, you work like 10 hours a week, you get paid way more money, and you end up, you get an elite position in that situation. I could end up getting an elite position, so I don't want to worm my way out necessarily of that kind of thing. It would be nice, especially if it was an elite position doing the exact thing I'm doing in the game world. If they fucking trust me to deal with making my own, or making their own, technically, business AI that's personal, then I might get interested again, and for 10 hours a week, I could do that. But I don't know. I haven't decided, but I'm pretty much going to get out, and it's going to be soon. But I still have all these relationships to deal with and stuff. It's weird. I could be gone tomorrow, though, and I'd still be okay. I'm guaranteed that. The problem is, how much stress does it put on Kaio when I leave? The answer is, if I leave at the end of the year, it will be zero stress. There'll be none on her at all. If I leave tomorrow, it will be pretty high levels of stress on her. If I leave on May 5th, it will be mild to moderate levels of stress. If I leave on May 29th, it will be mild, 100% mild. If I leave in June, July, it'll probably not even be a deal. So it's going to be sometime this year. And then these streams will be 8 hours long, and you're going to see this game get released. There'll be financial progress of me making money, and then there'll be another game, and there'll be stuff with story writing and things happening. It's going to change. I wonder if they really might do that. If they lick my ass enough, I will. I mean, think about this. What if I got paid $100 an hour for 10 hours a week? Don't think that's not possible. I already get $69 an hour for 10 hours a week for a place as a consultant. So it is possible. That's my second job. And I could get that in the relationship with my first job, but just get way paid more. I could quit my second job, which I'm kind of going to do that. I'm going to do that before May 5th. But yeah, I didn't say that. But it's coming. But the second job's getting quitted really quick. But if they pay me $100 an hour for 10 hours a week, and that's all I have to do, I'm fucking golden. We'll do it. I'll do everything I do now and everything. I can get it done in 10 hours and not build new stuff, and they will be good. And they would probably really, really like that. And then the build new stuff thing, I'm just not doing that at this point. I'm building it for me. That's a fucking hard line in the sand. But maintaining everything is something I'm willing to think about. And it's just, again, I was very pissed off when I started this project. And now I'm not pissed off anymore. I'm absolutely aware that this is going to work, and it's just exciting. And I'm looking at that whole situation in a different light. People haven't appropriately behaved, though, and I have decisions to make. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I don't. It's a lot to think about. Anyway, all right, scale the canvas. Okay. Select my canvas object in the hierarchy. Do I have a canvas object even? I don't think I have one. So this is classic. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Look how much I've done. And I have not done like what you're supposed to do, I think, at the very first thing. The only canvas I have is the speech bubble canvas inside the Knight model. Alright, I'm going to try to do it with this speech bubble canvas and see what the fuck this is even talking about. Is there a UI scale mode in here? Yes, there is. World is what it says. Scale with screen size. It's not allowing that, though. Because it's a child of night, I believe. Alright. God, I just keep getting into... The day has been the shittiest day. Every time I get into step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here you're done. It's gonna be fine. I'm like, fuck, step 1 is jacked up. What the fuck is this? And then, oh, step 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like, fuck Christ. It's never fucking ending today. Thunderlove, you are in the same position as me, but you've come to the wrong algorithm to get there. See, you're sitting there like, I have figured it out how I can output the least to get the most. It's a very good algorithm, and it works, but you are not looking over a 10-year or a 20-year period, which is, if you can in the short term, you can output more, and then in the long term output nothing. It is possible. That is my goal, and to get there I have to output a lot right now. It's just the way it is, and I've realized that math is real, and I just have to fucking get up every day and be jacked up as fuck and get it all done. And when it's all finished, I swear to God, I'm not going to have to do a damn thing for the rest of my life. It'll be over. My approach is solving the same problem in a different way, assuming that time is going to continue. Your approach, if time ends tomorrow, your approach is more efficient and is definitely the best for you at that, if that's true. If you live to be 100 years old, though, you may expend more energy than I do. You may expend more mental tax, and I may be the one paying the least mental tax. I think my formula is better, but I'm not 100% sure, because yours has a lot of merit. You're doing good. You've got a lot of things figured out. But if you can figure out more about how to make the future even less mental tax, that's the way. And then also, keep in mind, mental tax, this is not mental tax to me. This is fun. So that also fixes a lot of it. I am so concerned about this. Wait a second. This is suggesting something very different. I want 16. Okay. I'm gonna have 16 pixels per unit. Oh my god, I have to back the whole project up. Okay. Let's save. Let's save as. What the hell? It's a scene? The project I don't have to save again. I'm backing the project up too. Fuck that. Alright. It's too big. I'm backing the project up. I wonder how big this is. Looks like a 1.6 gigabyte game plus 20 for the LLM is 23 gigabytes is what this game is going to be. That's a very big game for a very small thing, but people will understand why. People will understand it's not about the graphics, it's about the LLMs in it. I can flash you that, dude. You want it? Want to see some put it in your mouth? Fucking bitch. Lick my nuts. This fucking shrimp shit. It's my special dish. You bitch. That's there. You don't need it. Yeah, the wife and kids helps you do nothing. All right, let me tell you about wife and kids. It's great. It's great to have wife and kids. That is not going to fix. I know I found the shrimp shit, dude. I uncorrupted it. It was part of all these ongoing projects. I found it and got it restored. It's great to have back. I thought I'd lost something that was very dear to my heart. So that fucking was a great day when I found out that was okay. But yeah, wife and kids, right? Great stuff. But oh my god, once that shit happens, you now have less time to make the mental attacks go away. That is a thing that people get hung up on because their balls won't let them not be hung up on it. Their balls will make them mental cases. It made me a mental case until I had a girlfriend. I was a fucking mess, and then suddenly everything was okay and I could deal with all my shit. So having that mental mess in my head was a big problem, and having Kaio fixed it. But normally, if you're able to deal with that mental mess of not having a girlfriend, and you just do all this shit and take care of yourself, you can fucking have any bitch you want. I'm dead serious about that. I know now. I'm old as shit. I could, like, 95 single girls, 95% of them, I guarantee you, if it was like a fucking live or die situation of can I get their ass in bed, I guarantee I could do it. Guarantee it. I don't do that at all. It's not how I live. But I know how the world works now. I guarantee I could do it. For 95%, which is a huge percentage of the single ones. I could probably get like 40% of the fucking married ones in bed too, because some of them don't give a shit. It's just the way it works. That's just how it fucking works. And you don't need that shit. And if you're able to mentally be okay with not having that, fucking go, right? Like, what we got here? The file's open. Try again. Probably should have shut Unity off first, but I think we'll be fine. Alright, so we're going to change this to Grasshopper Jar Small World. Alright, project's backed up. Now we can back up the scene like it's asking me to do. And instead of calling it Unity, why assets? What? I've been thinking a little bit about why the fuck does this exist already? Oh, there it is. Alright, whatever. It's still just Grasshopper Jar here. Alright, save all again. I'm just gonna save everything and close. I just want to see this thing. Alright, here it is. No, the project's not there anymore. I mean, it's still there. I guess scenes and projects are different. If I open this project, what's gonna fucking happen? I mean, girls are fine. Like, nothing wrong with that shit. Having a child will take your time away. That's what will happen. Your time will go, and you will get an incredible asset that you will never be able to remove. It is unbelievably worthwhile, but you will lose time, a lot of it. So if you could get all this shit done ahead of time, you'll be happy. I actually started real late with the kids, so I already had no debt, and I had fucking every bit of net worth fixed before I dealt with kid. That really helped. But I still have needed a corporate job to pay for kid. And I've been able to save money, but it's glad I didn't have the kid before I had that shit done. I'm just saying that because it's really true. Okay. All right, we got a scene here. Okay. I'm mulling over doing this with a script. Alright, we already have this. So do you see this guy right here? You see this tool? This tool I made to create hitboxes around objects. It works really well. It's amazing. So that's awesome. I need to make another tool to scale the world to 16 pixels per square. 16 by 16 is the idea of having one of these things. The world scale will make a lot more sense, and hopefully we'll be able to control everything better. I did not see today going like this, but this has to be done. Come on, Visual Studio. What are you doing? Alright. There it is. Alright, we've got the new empty C# script, which is retarded to be called that. God damn it. Can I just change the name of this thing? Fucking... Alright, that'll scale the world. Let's go back in here and do this. Okay. So I need to replace this here with this. Get all this stuff set to 16 by a script, and hopefully we don't have to do any of this work. Because this is a lot. This is actually really, really big mistake by me, and I'm really happy this is a possibility. I can see someone working on a project like this and encountering this problem and not being able to write this script here. And this is just going to set everything to 16. So it should add a tool to my toolbar here, if I'm not mistaken. It does, see? Set all sprites to 16. Alright. It does the whole project. Alright, we're going to try it, guys. You ready for this? We're going to see if this works. And maybe this big problem is a small problem. We backed it up. So all this ass that's happening, this is a lot of work being done by a computer in a very small amount of code. It's amazing that we can do stuff like this. This is the way we need to work all the time. We can't be fucking doing stuff like this with people repeating actions. It's just not okay. It's bad for people's brains. We need to be doing fun things, not repetitive things. Oh my god, look at this. Look what's happened. Okay, so the grid is worse? I think it got small. No, the grid's bigger. Oh yeah, it is. It's 16 pixels a unit. It worked. Now, all this stuff is spaced all messed up, but it's not that big a deal. And this text box makes sense now. Alright, let's start to move some stuff around. I might be okay with this. I might be alright with this. Because at least our background sprite was correctly done. Oh, look at that poor speech bubble not working the way it's supposed to. It seems like he's a little bit smaller. And also, I'm sick of him ducking at the beginning. So fuck that. That needs to stop. And he's a little big. Like, if we look at the game, this is such a small fucking window for this to be in, but If we look at he's too small now. It's this thing needs to be scaled. That thing didn't get scaled at all. Or did it? I don't know if this got scaled or not. I play and an unplay. This feels wrong about the animator. Oh god, I can't see. The camera's in the bad spot. Alright. We'll try to see if we can get a better script for everything else. I don't need a script for that. Where's this camera? I can't see the camera though. That's the problem. There it is. Okay. So is that the camera for real? Because is ducking is not put. He's still stuck in the duck position for whatever reason. He looks like ass. He might not even work. He might be broken. I haven't even seen him work. That's a good point. Because the camera's so jacked I can't even see him. I don't know if he even functions. His positions might be all off. Holographic size is 5. I go 6. Well, that gets the camera where I need it. So if I play this now, I should be able to see how badly this sprite is behaving, or this prefab is behaving. Everything falls through. Everything is not scaled correctly. He can barely move. He's a midget. This is the worst result. Everything's fucked. Not only that, he looks like a pixely mess. I'm glad we saved this before. That's a very big problem. This looks like ass. All right, this is too fucked up, actually, I think. I don't know if there's anything I can do with this right now that will work. The floor is just... Where's the floor? It's up here, and that's not the floor. And the walls are jacked up, I'm sure. Yeah, those aren't walls anymore. So... I should show this. I'm talking to this stupid AI. Okay. All right, I'm going to have that thing look into this because this is unacceptable. Obviously, I can manually try to change all this and probably get this back to where it's supposed to be. Meanwhile, the speech bubble challenge we can still continue too, but I want this to get this thing scaled with a better menu item. It looks like this one's still sprites only, which is what I knew it was doing. That was a mistake. This is what happens if you only scale the sprites. And also it missed this sprite. This one didn't get scaled. That's why it's so big. I'm trying to get that to fix. There's a game I want to play. Let's play a game. Let's see if I've got my sound going and that you can hear it. You can't hear that. I should make it so that you can hear that, though. I think I can add that. Audio capture. I thought this would be done so long before today. I really thought I'd have speech bubbles by this point. This one went longer than I thought. What do we got here? Want audio capture. What the hell is this even? Hey, I got it to work. All right, I can now show you sound. We can play a game if we want while we wait for this. You'll notice I have put this on what's called deep research on 4.0. So it's gonna fucking go on and on and on and on and on. This is good. I want a good result. I don't want an ass result for this. Sucks that I have to do this to this fucking project. I did not want to rescale the whole fucking thing. I really should have done that first. I could go back, I could fucking edit my first video and be like, hey, it's fucking future me. If you don't want to be fucking assed over later, fucking scale your project, then you can skip this whole fucking day. Gotta pee and get beer. It's ridiculous. I've been wanting to fucking play this new game, which I think is made in the same engine as this, for a while. And now that I got that, I can just give it a shot. Why not, right? Steam, are you up? I want to try this. This is a new demo. And I just want to fucking play a little bit of this fucking piece of shit and give it a first impression, since I should change my stream to reflect that. And it's just because this deep research is going to take so fucking long. There. Now we're not in the wrong category. Organization name, huh? I already gotta decide stuff. What the fuck is this? You're asking me to be creative, for fuck's sake. Alright, Good Morning is the name of our organization. Good morning, by the way, Kuso Games. Sup, Kozako. Fucking good to see you. You're not gonna let me get away with it. I was going to not drink, actually. I brought one. I didn't bring one. I should have. I said I was gonna bring one. I didn't. I also can't see my essential fucking shit. None of this shit's around. Fresh town. Gotta get to work. Getting high. Hold on. Oh, I look good. I look good. This is another independently developed game that looks like it's pretty interesting. Obviously using 3D instead of 2D mode. This is called Schedule 1, and it is a game about being a drug dealer. And I wonder what happens if you just beat the shit out of people, so that's going to be the first thing we do. He called someone. He did. Now, do I get anything? I can pick you up. Come on. Come here. You're coming with me. Before someone sees us. Man, they won't let me in. Come on! God damn it. I want your money and stuff. What the fuck? You got nothing. You're just sitting there. Like this guy didn't have dick on him. Can I kill him? I bet you I can kill him at least. Stop whining! Already, my game's better. But I still think this has a lot of potential. God damn. My game, that guy's head would have exploded by now. I can get this can. I can throw it. Alright, so we got physics. That's fun. See, I love it when games make decisions where anything could possibly happen here. This is motor oil, and I'm throwing it around. It should spill out. Like, again, I would do that. But all is excellent when you went cash for trash. So I can actually go ahead and pick up trash. That's how they start you. They start you by opening the hatch. Putting it in there. So really, this is a community service simulator, not really a a drug dealer simulator. But how does everybody get into dealing drugs? Community service. That's right. So it's probably more accurate than we even know. Fucking bullshit. I have to fucking pick this trash up to make money before I fucking hire some bitches. I need to just go spend all this dough on getting my dick sucked. Right away. First fucking thing. I think everyone would approve. Alright, let's... $7 goddamn dollars. We have $10 in cash. This is fucking pathetic. You can buy all these properties and shit apparently. Like this thing, it's like Fable. $40,000 you can buy that. What's going on with this? Oh, hell yeah, there's a cigarette under there. Smoke it. Come on, I don't want to throw it, I want to smoke it. Can I take it and keep it? Do I have an inventory? I can only hold one object? For real? What's this? Like, why? This has overwhelmingly positive reviews, yet I can't break the door down, and I can only pick up one item at a time. It must be a very good game other than that. What do we have here? A bomb. It's just laying out in the street. This looks very sellable. We can't even enter the menu without dropping an item. I'm here. Flashlights. Trash bags. Donuts. Motor oil. Money. Can't go in the bathroom. Yo. that fast enough. Alright, where can I get anything? No. You can only pick her dead body up. You can't even do this. This isn't that good. I'm glad it got overwhelmingly positive reviews, but this is not cutting edge here. It's cool. Like, I'm glad I can beat people down. I'm glad they can call the police. I can't do anything with them when I'm done other than drag them around. So that's a little bit like, I should at least be able to put them in a meat grinder or something, you know? Get back there. Someone sees me. Anyway. Got cuck. It should be cuck, not kook. That would have been funny. I will not try to beat Shenmue on my stream by myself. No, that's not going to happen. I'll tell you all the things that will not happen. That is definitely one of them. Not going to have that happen. Bite might do it. This is really cool. Like, look what he did. He made this stuff, but it's like, or maybe he didn't. Maybe he got assets that were already made. I don't know. That should break. This should break. My bottles are gonna break, guys. I 100% guarantee it. That needs to break every time. I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh. Something about this game is good. I saw some of the gun physics, and it looked really satisfying. But the deep research is still happening. I do expect Postal 2. This is not what I expected here. I want to be able to pick this up. I want to be able to pick this generator up or turn it on. I mean, I understand. Oh, Jesus. Are you calling? You're not calling anybody, are you? Does this bother you? Hey, what do you think about this man without a shirt that I'm holding in my hand? Do you like him? Do you even know that he exists? You're stupid! You're stupid! You have no fucking intelligence. You're worthless. Alright. I had high hopes for this, but I don't think this is gonna do it for me, actually. I really had high hopes for this fucking shit. I thought it'd be funny. I thought that was clever indie game. And it might be. But I'd say they released this shit too early. And it's a free demo too. But you buy the full game and what do you get? Alright, what do you get? You get... I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm really not. But you get a new area. You get more land. I want this land that I'm in to be more interesting and interactable. Right? I want to be able to break stuff and do things. And like so far whatever this core game is not obvious enough for me to get into it. I'm not selling drugs. It wasn't obvious how I do that. I found a way to make $10. You sandboxed this, which is great. I love that approach. If you sandbox something, it better be fucking interesting enough that if they don't decide to sell drugs, that the stuff that they're doing is working around and making this game world fascinating. They should be fucking so excited about the fact that the game world works in the way that it does that they can't wait to find a way to sell drugs. Rather than now, I'm sitting here like, I can't sell drugs, I don't know where or how to start selling drugs, and I cannot interact with the basic game world in a fundamental way. And the fire doesn't hurt me, also. So, I hate, like, I want to give this game every fair shake I can. I'm going to give the Steam reviews for the game up. This is free, also. This is a free sample. So, this guy is just like, I made this. He's probably super proud of that, and he should be, because this is quite a lot. But back, let's look at the fucking reviews of the game. Overwhelmingly positive. Ideas. Don't have much bad to say. Pleasant surprise. No harm. If you really like drug simulators, this obviously is copying some other games. But you're noticing none of those overwhelmingly positive things are anything more than, wow, this game was free and nice. How are you going to say no to that, though? How are you going to say no to free game, right? How are you going to say that was bad? It's kind of hard to get mad about that. So the overwhelmingly positive scores that put that on Steam's front page, like that's a tactic. But that guy's not making any money yet. But he's also got no systems for my money. I'm sorry. My money comes at a higher cost than that. Even though what I'm building right now doesn't look like it's going to be better than that, it will be, because everything that I build is going to work the way that it would in real life. So if I build a bottle, it's going to break like that. It should. It needs to, or I'm not going to build it. And the same goes for other materials. We're going to fucking... I quit that before the goddamn deep research is done. It's still doing it. And that already got me disinterested, which was too bad. But I mean, I would love to send that little clip of me playing that to the dev. You know how much information that would give the dev? That would help so much. About how a new player comes into their experience, how they expect to have things happen, why they didn't go through the gameplay loop that you expected. I did not do what that developer expected I would do when I started that game. I started by being violent and being an asshole, and then I continued to try to get the game environment to do weird things, and none of that worked, and I got bored. They didn't give me any clear goals or anything to follow rails. Like, some people want to build a game on rails, and that's totally okay. I mean, Mario's on rails. It's a great game. But it gets on the rails, so it needs to make those rails understood. Otherwise, when I get off them, which I'm going to do every time, I'm not going to have a good time. And all other people won't either. And I'm not going to write a bad review for their game right now. Like, that's wrong. It's free. But and that's why it's overwhelmingly positive. But they need to know. They need to know that's what's going on. And if they fix those little things to make the game more interactable, and it wouldn't take long. It'd take like maybe 40 hours, 50 hours to fix it so that all those assets would break and that you could open all these doors and stuff. And if these areas weren't built, they need to be. Before you build another area, right? You're opening, your next unlock is a new spot of the city. No. The next unlock should be, I can open the door behind the counter. I can open the cash register and take the money out. That's what needs to be next. Make the environment that you've got good. In my opinion, that's how you do it. That's how you make it work. And goddamn, this thing is so close to the end, but it is just not there yet. Not there with a result for me. I drugged the wrong thing out of there. I probably should have kept playing that until that fucking thing was done. But I did get frustrated. I really did. So there's other stuff I could do, but I'm scared to move right now because everything's jacked up. I could go back to my old scene and do it, but we gotta go to the new mode. We gotta get into the right aspect ratio for this. And this camera, I need to make this thing 1800 by 1200, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. Everything, we need to scale. I should probably scale this to the right resolution as well. I fucking, yeah, I just didn't think about this shit. I really didn't. I should have, because I had everything working, but apparently the scale was so shitty that it wasn't even usable. These big squares exist, and there's small squares. Are there small squares after that? No. Unity's smallest unit is 16 right now, I believe. Should be able to count them down. Yeah, it is 16. That's... That means that one of these guys normally would probably be 32, which is what I think this is. And Genso Suikoden, I think, does something very similar to that. What is a Genso Suikoden prefab? How many pixels is that? It's not 16. It's not 16. It's more than that. It might be 16. Oh, it's finally giving me the response. I think it is. It might be 32. I don't know. I think it's 16. No. No, it's more than... It's 32. It's got to be 32. Whatever. Anyway. We've got... It looks like either my mom or my brother. That's my mom. You guys never get to see her. Like Mr. Beast puts his mom on the fucking TV. I don't do that. I'm... Here we go. Global scalar happening right now. So what I did was I made it research first how to solve the problem. And then now that it knows what to do, it is doing it. And I asked it again if it needed to use that. This thing, I only have like 10 uses of it that I can do. I can do 10 in 4.0 and I can do 10 in 0.1, I believe. And it is very valuable. It takes forever. I do it overnight a lot of times. And it will give me good results that are far more correct than normal because it corroborates its own sources on shit. And oh yeah, that's true. I'll fix that. Thanks, Koze. Fucking forgot. Let's go back to game development. Software development. That's what it's called. Software, and this is the one that Pirate Software claims that he helped create as a category. I believe him. And I don't know if that's good for me or not. I really don't. We'll find out. But just chatting is a fantastic category with thousands of people as well that I could introduce to this kind of activity. So this global scaler is bigger. Let's copy this. I don't have any need for the pixel scaler, so what I'm going to just do is switch that out. So this scale to world thing, I'm going to fucking replace it with this. Ah, my family's back from the birthday party. Let's see what this does. And then we'll fucking shut down for the day. I got to go to Bite Binge's house, and we're going to have a real party. And then I'm going to come back, and we'll decide what we're going to do. We're probably going to play games. That's what it is. Saturdays are fun, but boy, they're weird. Here we go. Tools. What have I done? It's not good. I think everything is very, very wrong. Did you see what I've just done? Did your mind just get blown? That did not work. We just became a micro-universe. Ugh. Can we undo this? None of this is undoable. We've blown this project up. This doesn't work either. Alright, this is very scary, and we're gonna leave now. That was a failure. Anyway, we're gonna have to leave on a failure, but that's okay. It ain't no big deal. As you saw, we were actually a lot farther than we were before. So we got the speech bubble element made, and we got things put into place. Our animations are a lot more solid, and we're gonna make it work. It's working in small scale, and I might have to stay in small scale. You never know. Just show me my damn game working correctly, please. Oh my god, no. Why? Why is everything jacked? No! Yeah, I'm not doing so great. Yeah, everything's wrecked. It happens. I'll figure it out. We gotta leave it like this, unfortunately. This is like the worst way to end, but it does happen.
So nice.
It is wrecked. This is absolutely wrecked right now, and there's no way of getting around it. I fucked it up as hard as you can fuck it up. I know. It's shitty. I don't think there's anything I can do in the next 2 minutes to bring it back. I should have done... I mean, I did bring the project... I saved the whole project, though. I wasn't an idiot. So I should be able to bring the whole Koziko, you weren't here. I saved the whole project before this happened. Everything. I backed up the whole folder. So I want you to see this. You're going to come back, and this is going to be alright. I just want you to know I don't fucking... see this? See Small World right here? I made that just in case something went wrong with this, which it did. It went totally wrong. There's nothing. All we've got is an animator. This is ass. We've got all our assets too, but I believe this is the actual scene that we wanted. For some reason, the Alright. See if we can get it back. See if we can get it back. We can get it back without even fucking bringing the backup into play, I think. I feel it. I think that the scale is so messed up in that scene that I can't even... Got it. Okay. And we're back. There it is. So here we are back where we were supposed to be. Let's save this fucking thing. We back with the fucked up thing and everything. Or not really back, but we're back. I gotta go. So I'm gonna fucking leave, but we'll get it back. We gotta get it to fucking have a good scale. The scale has to be done. When that's done, we never have to think about it again. It's shitty. It'll probably take 2 more hours to fix. But we'll be done. It'll probably take another hour to get the bubble in there. If we get the bubble in there, that is where we need to be. Alright. Peace, bitches. I'll